And my kin people used to have 300 acres, you know. Uncle Collins Madison had over 300 acres. Uncle Louis, you know, and Boy Green, they call Boy Green now, Nita and them, they had a whole lot of acres. Even my grandmother had her own land. The one thing about those individuals, they had their property paid for. Only thing they had to do is pay the property tax. That's why I say keep the man out your pocket.
Good morning, everyone. It's another glorious day. It's a good day to do good work. I want to ask you a question. Let me walk inside the shipping container real quick so I can ask this question. Y'all, guess what? Dad said I should throw this boot away, right? But I don't think I'm going to do it. I think what I will do is see if I can glue it back down, because these boots are kind of expensive and I don't want to throw them away. I did get like 2 other packages of boots, but I want to see if I can still salvage these. What you think? Should I actually throw them away, or should I try to keep them and just glue them down? Let me know, because you know boots get to be expensive and I actually like these. They're heavy when you walk with them, but I actually like my hunting boots, so just let me know. Okay, so Dad is going ahead to do some cutting on his zero turn, and I'm getting ready to put some strawberries out front near the library area, the little reading section that we have been working on. But there's something that I really want to talk to everyone about, especially in this current economic climate, political climate, and also the concerns that everyone's had about how we're doing out here with our farm venture. And the best thing that I can say is that survival is in our DNA, and not just survival, but thriving, to be able to thrive as a people, as a community, regardless of adversities. We've always been able to do that. So when things happen that seem like it's a wave, just kind of like a wave of anti-Blackness, a wave of violence, a wave of destruction or disruption, when that occurs, we are still able to come together and overcome all of that. So in saying that, I think it's important that we make sure that we pay attention to our history and pay attention to what's within us as a people, because we're going to need it now more than ever before, and continue to stay positive while we're going through these crazy conditions. Because if we didn't have this strong belief in like the power of divine intervention and God, and if we didn't believe in ourselves, we would not have survived that long out here, because we've seen some things and experienced some incredibly horrifying things that other people would not have been able to overcome. So that's just something I wanted to say real quick. Dad's out working. I'm getting ready to go up front to do the strawberries, and then I'm going to get Dad's perspective on it, because really he's from a different generation, and he's seen, for him to be like 73 years old, he's seen what it was like to come out of segregation and to integration, and then the back and forth that goes along with it. For every one step you take out of an integrated society, sometimes it goes backwards another step. So he's seen that. And it's always good to get Dad's perspective on, what's going on currently and what's going on with us, as our family, as we're trying to get this farm and this vision up and running. It's always good to have his perspective on that. So I'm going to do my thing, have Dad do his thing in the back, and then we'll come together and talk about some things. So I just got through laying down some cypress mulch, and I already tore up another pair of gloves, which is crazy. We go through boots and gloves like real easy out here. But right now I'm getting ready to plant some strawberries up here up front where the reading area is located, the library area is located. I had originally thought about putting flowers out here, and then I just kind of like woke up. I don't know if some people are like this, but this is how I am. When I have like something that plagues me, like in order to make a decision about something and I don't know which way to go, sometimes in the middle of the night I get like this epiphany or revelation or the answer to the question that I have. And then sometimes it happens like real early in the morning. So I was like, should I put some more flowers out here, or should I focus on putting something that is edible? So originally I had thought about putting some spearmint, because who doesn't like to chew spearmint? I like to chew spearmint. And then I came up with the idea to go ahead and put some strawberries out here, because I don't know if there's any foodies, but I'm like a really big foodie, and there's nothing like eating some strawberries while you're reading. So, or either any kind of fruit or any kind of just a nice snack while you're reading. So I'm gonna go ahead. I already got this design. Let me show you. My dad has helped me out with this part. So this is what it looks like. My dad and my mom actually helped me out with this part right here. And I should be able to load this whole container up with strawberries. And right across from this raised bed is, of course, our library box. So the only thing that's left other than having food to eat here, and it should be a lot of strawberries. So other than having the strawberries and of course a good book to read, we just need a sitting area, and this is going to be our sitting area. So the only thing that we have to do to fill that area in the back is to pretty much use the wood that we already have on site, and we have a bunch of wood to be able to make a bench for free. And we just need to paint it, of course, black, you know, to match the kind of like the theme that we have going on right now. So everything is set up. We got the books in the back, we got the food. So the only thing that's left is a nice sitting area where people can commune, children can read, adults can read and discuss ideas, and that will be located in the back there. So let me finish putting these strawberries together, and then I'm gonna go check on Dad and see what he has going on. So when I plant, I always like to take the bottom off before actually sticking the plant into the soil. And that's just to give the roots some space to grow. So with this raised bed, we have a bunch of stuff from the ground that we use, like leaves and sticks. And so I would say about 75% of this bed is made up of sticks and leaves, and we just put the soil on top. So I'm just going to put 3 plants in there right now, just to see how well it takes. So after a couple of days, if I see that the plants are doing really well out here, I'll go ahead and add some more, and then I'll start putting some pine straw around just to keep the strawberries dry if any strawberries happen to pop up. So this is what we have going on. Now let me go check on Dad. I believe he's on his riding lawnmower. And of course, like always, I'm gonna hit Dad with a good question and see what he has to say, because Dad is just, he's an amazing man. Not only is he hardworking, but he's very knowledgeable. And it's good to get all of this wisdom and stuff out of our elders while they're here, so that we can have ways to navigate through any situation that is brought up. So any adversity, Dad is definitely there to help me out. So let's go check on him. Now that I finished this part, I mulched in the back there. And I also added strawberries to this raised bed area. So Dad is still working in the back here. I'm actually in our 100 by 100 growing area. We're still having to maintain this area, but the plan is to definitely go ahead and do one last till, and then we have to actually put a cover over everything to keep the grass away, because it's a lot of work to have to constantly come out here and cut in your growing area. Does that sound funny? But you know what I mean, in the area that you're going to have your crops. It's kind of hard to continue to cut. So what we're going to do is lay down kind of like a tarp, and that tarp will prevent the grass and the weeds from coming up after we actually do our last till in this area. The purpose of just doing one more till is to kind of like level this off, because it's kind of like slanted a little bit. And also the purpose of kind of like putting the tarp down, other than like making sure no more grass and weeds come up, is because we're going to eventually move towards no-till. This is going to be a no-till area. We're going to test it out. This will be my first time actually experimenting or moving towards like no-till as a part of my farming program. So it's going to be exciting. We're actually just going to have soil, topsoil, and of course a lot of mulch. So that's the plan for this particular area. I'm gonna let Dad finish cutting in the back there, and when he's done, we'll grab him and we'll discuss some things. Dad, you almost finished it?
Oh yeah. I just got a little bit more to do.
You have time to talk with us?
Yeah, I got time, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my time. I'm not on a 9 to 5 time, I'm on my time.
Well, Dad, let's come sit together and let's have a quick conversation.
Okay, then, no problem with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just finished the strawberries, Dad, up front, and I came back so I can get you to talk to you and have a discussion that I was having with our audience about our progression here on the farm, and then also talk to them about just kind of like this current economic and political climate. And I made a statement saying that survival is a part of our DNA.
I totally agree.
You totally agree, right?
Yeah, the reason why I totally agree, during my time back in the 50s, we didn't have a formal dialect. Some of the words that we used, instead of saying we said us. Instead of we saying yesterday, you say yesterday. Instead of we saying we had to go to the restroom, we say we had to go on hockey. You know? And when we say we're going over there, we're going over yonder. See, we done came a long way. A long way in that area right there, in our dialect, and our transition through the hurricanes, through the Depression, through racism, segregation, the whole 9 yards, you know. It's in our DNA for us to be where we're at today. And I keep telling the young generation, it's real easy. It's not hard. You make it hard, you know. But from my perspective, survival of that BS is very easy now. The thing that you mostly have to be aware, you have to first be in love with yourself. Learn to love yourself, you know what I'm saying? Learn, I don't care how bad other people hate you, dislike you, talk about you, say negative things. Love yourself. When you wake up in the morning, look in that mirror, say, I love myself, because the universal prime creator created you for this person, this purpose, this reason of being here. So when you're going through your trial and tribulation, you can make it. You can make it. It's not hard. Well, you make it hard by saying, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that." You know,
or accepting the blocking. Like people try to stand in your way, and you just bow down to it and cave in and be like, "Oh my God, the world is against me. People are against me." When you cave into that, I think that allows you to have a defeatist mindset, and it puts you in a state of vulnerability.
Oh yeah. And just like yesterday, okay, we had our cousin out here on the tractor, right?
Yeah.
And his mind, he was when he turned it, we didn't know that the power was all the way up. And when he turned the tractor up and moved, that bad boy went back up there like that. I was like, oh my God, he looked like he wanted to jump off. So what we did, we turned the power down, you know what I'm saying, and just let him have a good time, you know. How old he is? I'm about 18 years old.
He's 18 years old.
18 years old. He rode about 30 minutes, he fell in love with it. And I didn't have to tell him nothing because he got rid of that fear factor within him. So do not allow people to put fear in your children. And you definitely do. When you talk to your children, you bring about awareness, aware of this, aware of that, aware of this, aware of that, you know, awareness. You remember my grandmama taught me about awareness? Remember I tell you the fact that my grandmama showed me what waltz was all about? She said, Theodis, do not put your hands on this waltz nest because they will sting you. So she went back in the house. She knew I was hard-headed, you know what I'm saying? And I got a stick and I went there and beating on the waltzes, right? And the waltzes tore me up. But things have changed. Things done change, and it looked like it changed for the worse, but for us as a people, it has changed for the better. Because we getting to know ourselves, we're going back to ourselves, you know, and we're getting away from materialistic things make us, you know what I'm saying? Materialistic things don't make up. Materialistic things is an expression from us, from the universal creator, you know, and we have to get in that mindset, you know.
So how do you feel about our progress here?
Oh, well, you know, I love it because I love when the daughters be coming around and say, you can't do that, you can't do that. Lord have mercy. And to me, it's easy because I earned the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I have. And I see things so different from the average person. The average person say, that can't be done. This can't say,
it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. What you moving way out there for? You know.
You know they don't like you out there.
Yeah. And my kin people used to have 300 acres. You know, Uncle Colin Madison had over 300 acres. Uncle Louis, you know, and Boy Green, they call Boy Green now. Nita and them. They had a whole lot of acres. Even my grandmother had her own land. The one thing about those individuals, they had their property paid for. Only thing they had to do is pay the property tax. That's why I say keep the man out your pocket. You know, if you keep the man out your pocket, you can think a whole lot better. You know, you know, you don't have all that stress.
Overhead, yeah, that is very stressful.
Yeah. And then if you turn around and keep the man out your pocket, then start using your creativity to do something for yourself. You have another stress level off your back. You know what I'm saying? You have that off your back because you're working for yourself. Nobody could tell you when to go calm or when you want to go on vacation, when you want to go to the emergency room to see your children that had an accident and something like that, you know? You don't have to report, you know? So we done came a long way. Don't, when you look at the situation, don't look at the negativity all the time. Be aware of it now. You know what I'm saying? But look at the positiveness. Even when you meet people, they say, I had a guy, they was talking about this guy so bad. He even, oh man, the guy that had a stroke, you know. I can understand because he would speak his mind. He would speak the truth, you know. But I always seen the good in him. You know what I'm saying? And he worked with me with 35 years, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
You talking about Pete?
yeah, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pete, you know. Wendell. I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete worked with me for 35 years because I seen the good in him, he seen the good in me. You know what I'm saying? And we work together. So stop looking at people for, somebody else said this about that person. Somebody said, always look the good in a person, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then y'all have a solid foundation to grow, you know?
Yeah, and then that's how we can stay united as a people.
Yeah.
If we just stop hurting each other or ostracizing each other over like the small things, you know. Unity is so important, especially like people ask us like, how can we still be standing even after the fire situation happened here, even after we had the incident I posted about with my cousin, like they tried to Emmett Till him, even after, you know, the stalking incidents, even after, you know, property damage, even after theft, even after all of that, we're still able to stand here and still be in the presence of this and still have creativity and a positive outlook. People just wonder how it's even possible.
You know, back in the day, you use the word we.
Mm-hmm.
Back during the days when, back during the days when people can read and write,
Mm-hmm.
they use the word us. What us gonna do? What's us? Us. We didn't have that word we. It was us, you know? So when we started going to school, we learned how to use the word we, but we said us. So us is a very, very powerful word, you know? And we should hold on to that word us when you get ready to move forward, you know? With people that have like-minded like you, like spirit like you, and want to do positive things, not only for the now, but for the generation to come, you know? So that's basically what we're doing, you know? Keeping everything in tune to what happened in the past, positive, what's happening now, positive, and we sending that energy forward. Yeah.
So that's what I just want y'all to hear what Dad had to say about it in terms of us still surviving as a people and us, as far as him and I, still surviving under some adverse conditions. I just wanted you to have his perspective.
And another thing, if you can't see the beauty of the future, I think you need to pray. Because all God's children seeing the beauty of the future, you know. So fear and God cannot exist in the same body and in the same moment. So that in essence, I think that's the conclusion of what I think about.
That we're radiating at a higher power, and that's the thing that's moving us forward.
Yeah.
Like if we didn't wake up every day, that's a good point, Dad. If we didn't wake up every day and see the beauty of the day, mm-hmm. and what we could accomplish and what we could create, if we stay there worrying about, oh my God, somebody's going to do this, somebody's going to do that, somebody's going to be on the offense and do something horrible to us, if we woke up with that mindset, we wouldn't be able to continue to create beautiful things, to develop. You
know what old people used to do when they wake up in the morning? Mm-hmm. They used to go outside barefooted. They made a connection with the earth. Yeah. They take the shoes off to go. You don't see people do that no more, you know? They used to walk barefoot to get that negativity out of their body, you know? Mm-hmm. And they move forward. You don't see, everybody want to wear this shoe, that shoe, that shoe. And you ask the person, when the last time you was barefooted, you know? They'll say, they look at barefooted, oh man, I'm broke, I'm poor. You barefooted. No. Feel the earth, with your feet. That's why I like to work with my hands on the ground. I can feel the earth. I can feel the energy from the earth, And it inspired me to go on different levels of consciousness all the time. So you have to go within, to be able to understand the purpose and the reason you was put here. I think that summed that up.
Yeah, That's that, y'all.
I can't go no, right now I can't go no further than that. I'm telling you what the ancestors, I'm going to talk about what the ancestors did me and taught me.
Yeah.
And when I pull out this information in my mind, I see different pictures of different ancestors in my mind. When I be talking now, when I be talking to the community in my subliminal mind, pictures of different individuals, there's so many of them, taught me well to be the individual that I am today.
Right. And that's helping me along too, because he's connected. So because he's connected, I'm connected. So.
And don't forget, and the rest of them, the younger generation connected to you.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying you got an army. I'm telling you, so you don't never tell.
Like children, but they know.
Boy, let me tell you, she got. Believe me, my daughter got an army.
Yeah.
An army of young people, and when they talk, they really express their feeling to her.
Mm-hmm. And they all made the pledge. They are supposed to do better than me.
Mm-hmm.
They all have to do better than me. Education-wise, deprogramming themselves after the education, and making sure that they get 25, at the minimum, 25 acres each. Because I want them to have their independence, and I want them to be self-sufficient. So all of that is so important. They can build compounds. They can do a lot of stuff with that land, and I stress that to them. One thing my son said, that when he starts to, whenever he does his speech and he gets his white coat and he do the white coat, I guess, walk across the stage or whatever, he said he's going to say, one thing my mom always did was nag, 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 nag. And I do that with my younger cousins, any children, somebody that's younger than me. I stay on repeat because, it's so much propaganda out there that I want to make sure that my voice is heard. So I stay on repeat with them, and I always tell them the benefits of land ownership and self-sustainability, and also making sure that they are independent from the system itself, that they don't have all these overseers on top of them.
Keep the man out your pocket. Excuse me for cutting you off. Keep the man out your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my grandson, sometimes he don't like what I be saying, but I just said just to make him mad, make him think. You know what I'm saying? Just to make him mad. If he don't want to be here, man, I got a place under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? You might don't like it, but it's just a nice place. You know what I'm saying? At least you have water, take a bath and stuff like that. I be talking all kind of crazy talk. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you talking a whole lot of no, just to make him mad, wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Let him know that life is very, very important. And living life is even more important. This don't exist like they want us to exist. Don't exist. Live life. You know what I'm saying? Live life to the full. It doesn't just exist. You wake up in the morning, you existing. Wake up, life, and live life to the fullest. Then when you end that day, turn the page. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the next day. The next day is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I think we're going to talk to our audience a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're going to get back to work, but I just wanted to get Dad's perspective on some things. So like always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, we're going to update you on everything that we're doing as we go along. And
especially the young generation that we begin to bring into our circle. Y'all gonna have some fun with them, you know what I'm saying? And you can see the fear that they have and how we're gonna get the fear out of them,
Yes.
Okay then.
Okay then. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.